They laughed at her because of the uniform, because of the mop in her hand. A 30-year-old black janitor, cleaning up after executives who treated her like air. Their words cut sharp, their jokes stung, and the boardroom felt smaller with every chuckle. But what they didn't know was that she wasn't there just to clean. She was there to claim. When power shifts, who will be left standing? The boardroom echoed with laughter sharp enough to cut glass. Clean faster, one director sneered, tapping his Rolex against the polished oak table. She bent down to pick up a coffee-stained napkin, her gloved hand steady. No one cared she was there, to them she was invisible, a tool, a shadow moving between their leather chairs. "Can't believe we let people like her in this building," another muttered. The words landed like stones, but she didn't flinch. She folded the napkin, placed it in her cart, then turned toward the door. A pause. And suddenly the room froze. She was 30, her uniform plain blue, her shoes worn from long nights scrubbing marble floors. They thought that made her small. "Don't touch the projector, janitor, it costs more than your salary," one executive mocked, his voice loud enough for the others to laugh. She said nothing, only tightened her grip on the mop handle. One whispered, "She probably can't even spell half the words on our reports." Their smirks multiplied, like wolves circling. Her eyes dropped for a second, then rose again with a calm fire. "Excuse me, sir. You spilled ink on the contract draft." Her tone clipped, professional. The director's face stiffened. Yet the others kept jeering, blind to the storm about to break. "Get her out of here." "This is a meeting, not a circus," barked the chairman. 2 security guards stepped forward. Chairs scraped, papers rustled. She didn't move. The silence cracked the air like thunder. "I'm not leaving," she said, her words sharp, deliberate. "Because this is my meeting." Gasps rattled the room. The guards hesitated. One executive slammed his hand on the table. "Who do you think you are?" Her gaze locked on him, unblinking. "I am the majority shareholder. The company you sit in. I own it." The boardroom, once a stage for mockery, turned into a courtroom. And every smirk vanished. No one spoke. They couldn't breathe. The directors stared at the woman they had reduced to a uniform and a mop, now standing like the judge of their future. She reached into her bag, pulled out a leather folder, and laid it on the table. Stock certificates gleamed beneath the lights. She didn't explain further. She didn't need to. The proof spoke louder than any insult. "Respect," she said simply, placing the mop beside the documents. The contrast hit harder than a slap, the tool they mocked, the power they never saw. Heads bowed. The guards stepped back. The hierarchy they worshipped collapsed in one moment. She turned to the window, sunlight spilling across the boardroom like a verdict. "From today forward, every worker in this company will be treated with dignity. Custodians, assistants, drivers, they matter as much as you." No one dared argue. A director tried to speak but stopped when her eyes fixed on him. "I've been where they are," she continued, her voice steady. "Scrubbing, sweeping, ignored. And I will not allow this place to mirror that cruelty." Silence lingered, heavy with shame. She picked up the folder, leaving the mop upright like a monument. At the doorway, she looked back once. Respect costs nothing. But its absence will cost you everything. The story ends, but its weight doesn't. If you believe respect should never depend on a uniform, leave a comment and subscribe for more stories that uncover truth.